Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm Mr. Randy, and today we're doing another brew review. We're taking yet another step down the line of a domestic brand, Budweiser. We did the regular Budweiser, the OG, if you will, the red and white, and then we did the Bud Light, and then now we're doing the Bud Ice. So if you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know how we do, so let's get it crack-a-lackin', shall we? So it's a 25 fluid ounces. I wonder why it's not just a straight 24. What, they give you that extra 25? So it's coming in at, let me give you a wipe. Coming in at 5.6% alcohol by volume. Yes, you know, working on air conditioners. Sometimes they'll get you. But where are we at here? Sorry about that. There's the big one. The big red one. Love that movie. Anyway, there it is. Per 12 fluid ounces as average analysis, calories are 126 calories with 4.2%, 4.2 grams of carbohydrates. Just barely any protein in that. We don't need the government warning. Nothing else on the can besides that. It's pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and get this cracked, shall we? For all my new viewers, this one's for you. So still continuously going with the pours. Going to be making a compilation of pours. Without the can in the view, it might just defeat the purpose. But still working on that. Thinking about changing up a few things on the channel, not just platform, not just presentation, orientation. But there it is. So, Bud Ice. So what I found out is this is actually, where is it? Owned by Calumet Breweries, and they acquired this in 1994. Which I didn't find much information. If you have any information, love to share that information. Why is Bud Ice separated from Budweiser and Bud Light? Is it a Budweiser product? I find it very strange that you go to a different website for Bud Ice, but Budweiser and Bud Light are on Anheuser-Busch, but this is Calumet Breweries. Anywho, it's malted and unmalted barley malted and unmalted U.S. grains. Man, I'm all out of sorts. Got to tighten up. So it's fractional freezing process. So what the ice means is when you have an ice beer, what it is they actually, during a freezing process or chilling process, ice crystals will form inside. And then what they do is they filter out those ice crystals, and that way that ice crystals don't melt and then go back into a watery, unstable platform of taste. So it gives it a little bit of a cleaner, crisper taste, and that's what Bud Ice is. So let's get it under the nose. It's a very, very light, if anything at all, on the nose. And I'm not hardly getting anything on this. Let's go ahead and bypass that and go to the palate. Somewhat the same. There's not a whole lot on the palate. Next to no robustness at all. There's barely anything up front, but on the back end is where you start to get that sort of malted, that barley sort of that taste on the back end. So we've done that. Yeah, we've done that. So I paid $2.21 out the door for this 25 ouncer from my local Specs. They were all these Budweisers were sourced from Specs. I think on one of them I mistakenly said it was from HEB, but it's not. HEB does not carry the size. They carry other sizes, but I don't think they carry the 25s. Go ahead and do one more, we'll move on. Go ahead and have some. Yeah, there's next to nothing on the palate. Just like there's next to nothing on the nose. However, the trailing aftertaste is where you actually start to get something. It's only after most of it's gone, you know, it's starting to fall apart on the tongue, and you start to work it a little bit, and it gets a little bit of creaminess. So there is some creaminess on the very tailing back end as you work it on the sides of your cheeks with your tongue. You can sort of get a little bit of creaminess, a little bready like creaminess. I'm gonna get one more and we'll be done. Yeah, I would say this could be paired with just about anything and everything, probably even salads too. 5.5% alcohol by volume, which is roughly just about standard for most domestics. Nose is very light, extremely light. Palate's, like I said, same, except for the very trailing back end. That's when you start to get something. The finish is relatively clean. Just a little bit of that rich barliness comes out like out of nowhere. It's really kind of a thing. There's next to nothing when you're drinking it, but after you've drank it and you let it rest for a few minutes, that's when you start to get that sort of, that barley, that malted grain sort of taste. Very light, but there it is. Let's put a score on it, shall we? But first, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, but don't hit your thumbs on it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel as of yet, go ahead and do so while you're there. Make sure these videos come right to you as soon as I release them. My score on this is going to be a strong 3 out of 5. So if there was a little bit more on the palate, I would say it would push it into the 4 column. But without a sort of any kind of thing on the palate, it's next to nothing. I mean, what's the point of drinking this if you're just going for that 5.5%? There's other stuff. I mean, I don't know. At this point, I don't know. There's next to nothing to be drinking on this except for price point. It's mass produced. It's readily available just about everywhere, almost. I do know that Bud Ice is not everywhere. Everywhere that Budweiser is, which makes me believe somehow it's separated from Budweiser and Bud Light. You don't get all 3 in a row everywhere. But, yeah, there it is. Strong 3 out of 5 because it is a low cost. Readily available mostly. 5.5. The carbs are relatively low. The calories are low as well. So all around, besides the actual taste, it's a good beer. It's a good beer. It's just nothing special about it. It's not offensive. There's nothing about this I don't like, except the fact that it doesn't have much of a taste. If you're drinking it, definitely drink it with something. You can drink it with anything, really. Yeah, we mostly drank it with like pizzas and stuff like that back in the days. Oh, my fair price on this, I'm gonna leave it alone. $2.21 for that thing. 25 ounces of 5.5. That's probably gonna go faster the more you go down that can than they usually did. Oh boy, would I buy this again? You know, it's an absolute possibility, but I have no drive to do so at the moment and don't foresee it in the future. So if we were having a party at the beach or something like that and you needed something relatively light, this might actually fit the bill. But there it is. In the comment section, we'd love to know where you at, where you currently drinking. Have you had Bud Ice? What do you think about it? How would you compare it to Bud Light? Say, I think I would choose this over Bud Light, but I think the Bud Light has a little bit of a taste difference. But there it is. As always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Have a nice one. You see what I did? See? Okay.